Thank you for joining Sports Development Series. We yours truly, Boma Ekiora.
Sports Dev Series is sponsored by Arewa Baobab Fruit Powder, one of the most nutritious substances on the planet. Get your Baobab Fruit Powder from arewabaobab.com. Sports Dev Series, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us. So, today we're going to be talking about Man City. So, recently, I think earlier this year, there were charges that came in from FIFA and UEFA that pretty much slapped Man City with breaking 115 rules under the FIFA Fair Play rules. And if this ever comes through, City can end up facing huge point deductions. Because what they're accused of is no joke. I mean, they're being accused of falsifying financial statements and then not complying with the Premier League's probe of FIFA Fair Play rules. These are very, very serious allegations. City, of course, denies it. They're trying to fight it. They're waiting to see. I know it's gone to court, and the results of it probably will come out next year, if not by 2025. And if it does, they could lose significant points. Everton just already got docked points this year, and because of the points they got docked, they're facing relegation battles. So, before I continue, let's take a look at FFP, which is the acronym for Financial Fair Play. It was established by UEFA in 2009, and then it started to get really implemented by 2011, 2012. And pretty much what it means is that they want to make sure clubs are not spending more than they earn. That's the length and breadth of the entire thing. And the reason for this is a lot of clubs are spending more to get really good players and spending more because of the whole global transfer system and the ability to buy and sell players. So it was putting them into very bad financial shape. They were incurring losses that were not sustainable and, getting into debt. So they stepped in and created these rules to prevent them from falling into financial trouble, which could threaten the club's existence. All right. So, and in 2009, I think UEFA conducted a study of European clubs, and what they found was staggering. They found out that 665 European clubs suffered financial losses from the previous year, and that at least 20% of them were believed to be in financial danger. So it sparked them into action. The regulations, they also attempt to stop clubs from overspending across several seasons. And that way you can keep a balance and you don't risk a damage to the sport. And then you also prevent clubs from going into bankruptcy. The one thing it does do is it allows clubs to incur losses of 60 million euros over 3 years, compared to 30 million. And this is the latest edition of FFP. There is a spending cap on wages, player salaries, transfers, and agents' fees, and that cap is 70% of the club's total revenue. So, and it takes into effect in 2025 and 2026. So that's what FFP, FIFA Fair Play rules are. I think for Man City, they've been charged with breaking these rules, and so we know. Just to go into the past a little bit, this isn't the first time City has been charged. In 2014, City, PSG were also charged with breaking FFP, UEFA's FFP, and as well as a number of other clubs. But these two clubs were among several to break them. And what eventually happened was they were ordered to pay fines. and I think these fines amounted to about, 60 million euros, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and PSG, in particular, had their squad reduced to 21 players. They were handed transfer restrictions, as well as a 2-year squad salary reduction. All this to kind of help curb their spending. So the other clubs in 2022, I believe, also that faced this were Inter, Inter Milan, that is AC Milan, Juventus, and Roma. So as you can see, it's an ongoing problem, especially with the big clubs. They want to get players that will give them the competitive edge, give them a chance to win, and they spend more than they could possibly earn. Um, and a lot of this spending comes from some of the billionaires and extremely wealthy people that own these clubs. So while these spending fees are being reported on their books, it's really just sometimes the owners coughing out these amounts to scoop up these players, and then they turn around and in some cases sell them for higher, in some cases it's not, but it was causing a huge problem, and with City, which we'll get back to, they had faced this before. So in today's world, City is being charged with this, and it's striking because they've been arguably one of the most successful clubs in the last, I would say, 5 to 6 years, winning every trophy there is. And of course, there are people who don't like City, and because of that, they want to see City go down, which is not uncommon. But the thing is, if you take a look at this as a whole, as FIFA passing this rule to help curb spending, they're actually doing a good thing. They're trying to prevent clubs from overspending themselves into bankruptcy. We talk to people all the time, and we all love the game. We love the clubs. We want our clubs to buy the best players out there so we could win trophies and improve our weekends. But if you thought that buying all these players could mean the dissolution of your club 3 years from now, would you still be in favor of buying those players? And would you champion it, or would you say, hey, no, I'm not, I don't think this is a good idea? And so I think, from a FIFA point of view, it's something that's needed for sustainability of leagues, of clubs. However, as far as City is concerned, when you look at this, the verdict of this case may come into effect in 2025. If that is the case, I'm pretty certain, given the amount of money City has and resources at their disposal, they will appeal the decision, which may take another year. So if you're a City hater and you're not a fan of Man City, you may have to wait before you see significant points deducted, like what recently happened to Everton. Until then, I hate to say this to you, but you're just going to have to beat them on the field. All right? So we'll watch this space and see exactly what City's fate will be. And let's see how it plays out. That's all I have. Thanks, man. Out.